little bit about the weather that we're seeing.
Oh, right, yeah, you know, and right just between 11 and midnight is when Santa makes his way into the Portland area, all across Oregon. You know, he moves so fast, he can do it in an instant. So just a heads up, kids, you better get to bed before 11 p.m. because that's when he's coming here. But yeah, he will be using Rudolph, and of course, you know, the weather's been kind of stormy, not just here, but across a lot of the country. Thankfully, a lot of the activity subsided in the south, but this is just heartbreaking. Take a look at this. It's a very deadly storm in the southeast, and 4 people were killed by this storm. In fact, the National Weather Service went out there, surveyed the damage, and they did determine there was a tornado that did move through this area up in northern Mississippi, and it was an EF3 with 125-mile-an-hour winds, the deadliest tornado they've had since the 1930s. So just devastating down that way. The good news is if you're traveling out into the southeast, that storm activity has now moved on out. So here's a snapshot of what's happening across the country right now. We have snow moving through much of the Rockies, not just the Cascades, but on down. And we might see a little bit of it across the Midwest, too. You can see the radar picking up on that, too. And then as you head up into the New England area and to the Northeast, just plain old rain, just a cold rain there. And even the stormy weather down the Southeast is now making its way off the coast. Here's where we're seeing some snow. This is a live picture for you from Government Camp, and you can see the roads there. Exciting news for the skiers and the snowboarders just in time for the holidays. We're getting in on some of the action, and we should pick up some more overnight. You can see the radar picking up on that snow as it moves through the Cascades. We'll try to grab a couple more inches here and there for Mount Hood and the ski areas, much of the Cascades, and then it starts to wind down tomorrow. Portland, we're in the clear right now as we head through the night. Just a chance for a few spot showers, but most of the activity sticking to the Coast Range and the Cascades, and even just east of the Cascades, the moisture just kind of dries out, and so places across central Oregon not going to be looking at that white Christmas. It looks like we're not going to get that snow in there. Maybe a little bit of light snow, but not enough, I think, to qualify for a white Christmas for most of us. 45 in Portland, we certainly will be far from a white Christmas, but temperatures will be dropping, and we'll dip down to the upper 30s to around 40 tonight. Slight chance for a sprinkle or two, a few stray showers here and there, but most of it stays up in the mountains. As we go through your Christmas day, we'll start off with cold conditions in the upper 30s to around 40 with mostly cloudy skies. Again, a slight chance for a stray shower tomorrow. We really start to dry things out behind this front. Meanwhile, in the mountains, we'll try to pick up some more spotty snow here and there. Christmas afternoon, highs in the mid 40s, and we may see a peak of sunshine here and there, but overall expect mostly cloudy skies. And then for the evening, mostly cloudy with a cold night ahead with temperatures dropping to the 30s. You can see the temperatures all up and down the valley, much, much colder. Portland, similar to yesterday, but we had the influence of that east wind yesterday. Down towards Salem, Corvallis, we're about 10 degrees colder, and this cold air is going to continue to move on in. In fact, it stays in place through the weekend. It'll stay fairly similar, but then we get into the early part of next week, and this big, deep, cold air mass is going to be inundating a lot of the country. That's going to head west, and of course it's going to get funneled through the gorge for us and come right on down the valleys. That means blustery conditions too, but we're talking temperatures way below average as we head into early next week. In fact, highs may even struggle to get into the mid-30s as we head towards the early and middle part of next week for the metro area. So very, very cold stuff moving our way. Cascades, again, some snow continues through the overnight hours tonight. Here we are at midnight. Here comes Santa and his sleigh, Rudolph lighting the way through all that snow. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., and just some spotty activity for the Cascades. We're trying to dry things out. Central and eastern Oregon, a few spot snow showers are possible tomorrow, but overall we stay mainly dry. And then we'll stay dry through the valley with just some on and off snow remaining for the Cascades. And Friday looks mainly dry too. Stays cold. Saturday we get another boost of moisture from up north, and that's going to bring in the possibility for several inches of more snow for our Cascades to make for a great day on Sunday. Coastal areas upper 40s to low 50s, a few showers. I-5 upper 40s, just a few passing showers. 30s for highs across central and eastern Oregon. Little accumulation out toward Pendleton, though. We're picking it up, and we'll see a white Christmas there. Be careful if you're driving along I-84 towards Boise. And then for the Cascades, we'll continue with that snow level staying at 2,500 feet or below as we go through the weekend and early next week too. You can see the cold air here sticks around Hood River, just a little bit of spotty rain, not quite cold enough for that snow there. And then next week you can see where the temperatures drop. In fact, upper 30s Tuesday and Wednesday. That might be conservative, honestly. The models are kind of flip-flopping, so I don't want to go with the low 30s for highs just yet, but keep in mind that that could change and we could really be getting into a big cold blast next week.
I'm gonna put my rain jacket away and get out my winter jacket.
It's time to get it back out.
Some people love it though, so
I do.
we won't
I love
knock it.